Well, hi, everybody, and welcome to the State 7A football playoffs, and are we glad to be here. The Russellville Cyclones bring the co-captains up the near sideline as Russellville this evening plays the Springdale Bulldogs in round one of the State 7A football playoffs. Of course, one of the many goals that head coach Jeff Holt and his Cyclones put ahead of themselves for this season was to try to either make that way to the state football playoffs, and of course along the way they hoped that they might indeed also gather a conference championship along the way. As it turns out, they do make the playoffs, and here we are at home at Cyclone Stadium. Captains include Barrett Hughes, Blake Robinson, Zach Hocker, and number 44, Addison Walker. Here come the Springdale Bulldog captains. Springdale got into the playoffs with a 4-6 record, the number 6 seed from the West. The winner of this game will have to make the trip to Springdale and play the other Springdale ball club. That's Springdale Harbor. Harbor has a bye in this first round, and they will meet the winner of this game, either their crosstown rivals, the Springdale Bulldogs, or the Russellville Crimson Cyclones. So you see the flip of the coin. A lot of excitement in the air. The football playoffs are here. Springdale is going to receive, defend the north goal. Russellville will kick off to begin the football game and defend the south goal. What a night for football. Glad that you're with us. And thanks to all of our great sponsors who bring you these broadcasts throughout the football campaign. We have now gone above and beyond. We have completed the regular season, and now we're into that second season, that wonderful football playoff time of the year. We'll see just how far the Cyclones can go, maybe all the way to the state championship. IMC Studios presentation of Sportswatch is sponsored by Arkansas Valley Anesthesia Associates, Doctors Johnston and Richardson, Innovative Industrial Solutions, Kimes Lyons Physical Therapy, Laser Cartridge Plus, Liberty Bank of Arkansas, Little John's Transportation Services Incorporated, Max Nutrition, with the Russellville Cyclone Football Booster Club, Simmons Bank, Sorrells Body Shop, and Tyson Foods. Here come the Cyclones out of the alleyway, out of the tunnel, as they make their way for the pregame prayer at the south end of Cyclone Stadium, and get ready for what will be a whale of a football game this evening. Two teams that have made their way now to the postseason. And the Cyclones, hopefully, of course, this is one of those situations where you win, you keep playing. You lose, the season is over. And these Cyclones don't want that season to be over for a long time yet. You hear the Cyclone Band. They're excited to be here also. And we're excited to have you along the way also on IMC Studios Sportswatch. Look at the tubas are going and the trumpets. Those band kids do a lot of work to get prepared for these football nights themselves and enjoy it and feel as though they're a big part of supporting these Cyclones. Well, Mr. Jack Cocker, Mr. Toe of Russellville, is going to tee up the football. What a year he's had. He now holds the state single-season record for field goals made in the state of Arkansas. But you know what? His season is not over yet, as are the Cyclones. Number 9, that is Chris Clenard. And there's number 21, that's Ramon Taylor. They're deep to receive for Springdale. And this football game is underway. And guess what? Just like normal, Zach Hocker kicks it through the end zone, and Springdale will have to start. First down and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They will be under the field generalship of Joseph Calcagni, number 18. That number and name should be very familiar to you football fans. His uncle is Ron Calcagni, the former Razorback quarterback, who also, by the way, wore the number 18 a few moons ago. Calcagni from the shotgun. Rolls to the right-hand side. Waits and fires. It's complete. A little drag pattern. Pass was complete to Kempis Robinson. So the gain, a short one. Out to about the 22 or 23-yard line. Send a man in motion left to right. Calcagni throws out of the backfield. Has a man, and he gets across to the 27-yard line. That's Blake Fogg on that particular reception. As Calcagni is opened up, coming out firing the football. Calcagni barking signals, now makes some adjustments. Going to keep it himself. And Calcagni is able to run out to about the 33-yard line. Stop made by Logan Pruitt, number 35. Placed the football at the 32-yard line. This drive began at the 20. Calcagni gives it off to the running back, and carrying the football over the left side is Taryn Barkey. Number 34, a senior, 5'11", 181. Carries out to about the 38-yard line. No huddle offense here for Springdale in the white jerseys. Give it off to Bakey once again. Short pickup. Did get across the 40-yard line to near the 41. And Springdale continues to go from that no-huddle offense. Joseph Calcagni directing the activities for the white-clad Springdale Bulldogs. Give it off again to the tailback, and he got very little, got to about the 42-yard line. Taryn Barkey. Gain out to the 41-yard line, and it's going to be fourth down, as you can see across the way, in less than one. And Springdale says, hey, these are the playoffs. We got nothing to lose. We're going to go for it. Calcagni, a junior, going to keep it himself, and looks like he got enough for the first down. Just on the quarterback keeper. Ran over a right guard. And it's a first down for Springdale. Out at the 43-yard line. 9 minutes and 23 seconds left to go in the first period. Springdale took the opening kickoff at their own 20 and have had the football since. Out of the backfield to Barkey, and he is stopped as he gets up to about the 45-yard line. Let's look at it again. Out of the backfield is a little swing pass to Taryn Barkey, and a nice job by the Cyclones to hold that one to a short gain. Over there was Addison Walker, number 44, to make the stop. Picked up about 2 or 3 on the play to the 45. Calcagni, play action, wants to throw, going downtown, and it is caught. It was tipped, but Then it was caught by Justin Pochino. Let's look at it again. This ball is actually tipped. Calcagni throws, and one of the Cyclones reaches over there and tips it, but Pochino able to have great concentration and pull it in. Couldn't keep from going out of bounds, though. And the football's at the 39 and a first down for Springdale. Handed off to Barkey, and Barkey, good leg strength, down to around the 35 before he's pushed back. Andrew Tryon is there. Aaron McConnell's also there, number 47. 8:24 to go in the first period. Second down and 6 for Springdale. They've had the football since the opening kickoff. From the shotgun, junior Joseph Calcagni gives it off. The running back, good running down inside the 30 at about the 29-yard line. That was Tyler Yeager, number 8. And the officials are going to look to see if it's close enough for another first down at the 29-yard line. So far, Springdale has mixed the run and the pass very effectively. This drive started at their own 20. They've now moved to the 29-yard line, and a first down for the Bulldogs. Making a statement here early here at Cyclone Stadium. So the Bulldogs look to the sideline for the play. To the near side split is Evan Johnson. Calcagni with twins right and left. And he gave it off once again to Tyler Yeager, but he lost his footing. Covered by Rue Massey, number 82, very quickly. And Brad Barnes, number 36. Really a little bit of a loss on the play. We'll call it 2nd and 11 after Yeager slipped down. Calcagni walks up behind center, gives new directions. Gonna keep it himself. Good running room down to the 22, 21-yard line before he's brought down. Just on the quarterback keeper, number 1, Bradford Webb made the stop, but not before the gain to the 21-yard line of Russellville. Calcagni is not particularly fleet of foot, but he has been making those quarterback keepers effective so far here in the first quarter. And look at how fast this quarter has been going by. 6:34 left. Give it off. That's Barkey. Taryn Barkey, who was stopped after he got to the line of scrimmage. Aaron McConnell makes the stop. A gain to the 19-yard line. And again, this no-huddle offense from Springdale. First round of the state football 7A playoffs. Springdale trying to get on top here early. Keeping it is Calcagni, and he is going to be pushed back after he made about a yard. Andrew Tryon, one of those there. Let's look at it from ground level on the instant replay. Fake to the halfback coming across, and Calcagni had a little room, but he ran into also Addison Walker. So the football about the 18. Calcagni wants to throw the football this time. Looking, got plenty of time, goes to the end zone. That's a touchdown. Oh, he dropped it. Well, he had it in his hands. Let's look at it again. From ground level, from the back of the end zone. The pass is right on the money, hits him in the hands, but nice job of searching there done by John Olson. And the ball fell away from Taryn Barkey. That should have been a touchdown. That was a beautiful ball thrown by Calcagney had all the time in the world to throw the football. But again, John Olson did a great job there. Back, going to throw over a little slant pattern and gets down to around the 13-yard line is Blake Fogg, the senior, 6'2", 161. Came on a little look-in pattern. And this entire drive, Springdale has not huddled. It's been the no-huddle offense throughout. Third down. Joseph Calcagney, the junior, goes to the end zone, and he overthrew the intended receiver that time by quite a ways. Blake Fogg was the intended receiver. Fourth down coming up. So let's see what Springdale wants to do. They've had the football all the way since the opening gun and the kickoff to this point at 4:49 left. So it looks like we're going to have about a 31-yard field goal attempt. Down, the kick is up. The kick is good. And your score, Springdale has scored first in the 7A playoffs. They lead Russellville 3-0. Well, the Bulldogs will kick off. James Shorter, senior, 5'7", 145 kicker, will kick off. The Cyclones awaiting the kick. Taken by Andrew Tryon. Comes to the near side, gets a little running room, and makes his way out to about the 38-yard line. Stop was made defensively by Dante Cipollini, number 54, a junior, 6'2", 205. So the Cyclones will have it for the first time tonight offensively. Good job by the defense to stiffen up and force the field goal. Now let's see what the Cyclone offense can do this evening. Throw out of the backfield, and if that was complete, it was for a loss. And it is complete to Collins. And the loss back to the 34-yard line. He had to dive to get it. Loss of about 3. So the pass was complete, but for negative yardage. You see the clock, 4 minutes and 7 seconds left in period number 1. First quarter of the state 7A playoffs. Quick pitch. Here's Sparks. He is met and he is driven down. Over there was Kenneth Sizemore, number 32, a senior, 6'1", 230. He was able to wrestle Jacob Sparks to the ground. Not much of a gain. Football shy of the 35-yard line. Still 13 yards to go for a first down as 3 wide receivers go split right. A single receiver to the bottom of the screen. To the offense's left. The pass. It is complete. Goodbye. Avery and Collins, touchdown. Let's look at it again. The low snap. Hughes, a bullet, bounced off of one receiver and right into the hands of Collins, who I don't believe was the intended receiver, but he was Johnny on the spot. And once he got it, it was clear sailing for the touchdown. Well, you got to give an assist to the other Cyclone receiver with that little tip. And here's Zach Cocker, who will try to make it a 7-3 Russellville lead. Blake Robinson will hold down. The kick is up, and the kick He is good. Your new score, Russellville 7, Springdale 3. You're watching the Class 7A football playoffs right here on IMC Studios Sportswatch. Look at the guys with the big flags, the Cyclone flags, and a great crowd on hand here at Cyclone Stadium. And they are thrilled at the moment after that 65-yarder. So here's Hocker, hopefully to kick the ball out of the end zone once again and not give Springdale an opportunity to run it back and have to take it at their own 20. You see Springdale deploying for the receiving crew. One of those, number 9, Chris Clenard. I believe the other was Taryn Barkey. And it's not going to make any difference. You could add Lance Allworth or Gail Sayers back there, and it wouldn't make any difference. Good job out there by the one and only Robin Richardson. He was in the right place for that kick, beyond the back of the end zone. Well, Springdale had the ball for a long time. About 8 minutes of the first quarter. Pass is thrown, it's complete. That's Barkey, and Barkey gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's just about all. Over there to push him out of bounds, Aaron McConnell, number 47, senior, 5'11", 215-pounder. They give Barkey one on the play. He now goes sprinting off to the sideline. And that's where they wanted to throw it to. Oh, and Barkey had a touchdown in his hands. You can see he is really frustrated. Look at this on instant replay. Barkey looks like he's going to run out of bounds and back into the sideline, but he's actually turned and going down the field, and he got loose. Nobody was watching him, and look at there. It hits him right on the hands. There was a sure touchdown. Cal Cagney, again downfield, this time complete. Out of bounds at the 39-yard line is Blake Fogg. Andrew Tryon bumped him out of bounds at the 41-yard line. I'll tell you what, Joseph Calcagney, impressive throwing the football. He has a very nice release, good accuracy. And boy, he stands back there in that pocket and delivers the football. That's Barkey carrying the football, and his helmet came off. Short gain for 2 or 3 straight ahead. Again, number 47, Aaron McConnell, in for the stop. Russellville leading 7-3 late first quarter. First round of the state 7A football playoffs. You can see the clock there, 2.5 minutes. All that's left in the first quarter. Back. Cal Cagney's going downtown. And a nice defensive play by Andrew Tryon. It was on the money for Blake Fogg, but Blake had to wait for it just a little bit. This was a little underthrown. He had to slow up just a little bit. Watch here. See, he's got to wait for it just enough. So Andrew Tryon comes up with not only a big defensive play, but gets the interception to boot, and the Cyclones have the football. Leading 7-3. Quick pitch. Uh-oh, this one's on the ground. And tackled back in the end zone, Jacob Sparks. And that, folks, is a safety. Tried to backhand flip it, and it went right through the arms of Sparks. And that cost 2 points. on the Cyclones. We'll be right back. Well, an interesting score. It's a baseball score. Russellville 7 and Springdale 5. After the errant toss went into the end zone, luckily Jacob Sparks was able to fall on the football. Otherwise, it might have been a touchdown for Springdale. But now Zach Hocker is going to kick away from the 20, following the safety. Taken at the 10-yard line to the 20, and a nice return back to the 40, 41-yard line. Ramon Taylor, number 21, with that return. So a great kick, but a great return. He brought it back 32 yards. So with the unusual score of 7-5, Russellville still leads by 2 points. Springdale hands the football. Hands it off. That's Barkey, and he is stopped immediately by Rue Massey, number 82, for a loss. Let's look at it again. Rue almost got the handoff himself. There's Rue, and brings down Barkey in a hurry. Taryn Barkey, number 34, was the ball carrier. Second down after the loss on the play. Cal Cagney looking over to the sideline to the coaching staff to get the play that they want to adjust to from the shotgun. Brings the man right to left. Back throws, and it is complete. Out to near midfield. Catching the football, big 6'2", 228-pound Kempis Robinson, number 6. He's a big load. Stop was made, amongst others, by Jackson Jacobs, number 17. The gain was out to the 49-yard line. Hand it off. That's Barkey. Good running down to about the 41-yard line, straight ahead. Stopped defensively by Logan Pruitt, the senior. 5'8", 170-pounder, number 35. Placed the ball at the 42-yard line. And Springdale is on the move again. First down for the Bulldogs. Give it off to the halfback. Coming across, that is Ramon Taylor, number 21. Ricky Collins there to make the stop, along with Jackson Jacobs, number 17. But the gain inside the 40 to the 37-yard line, a 5-yard pickup on the play. Late moments of this first quarter with Russellville leading the Springdale Bulldogs by a score of 7-5. That's the end of the first quarter of play. Russellville 7, Springdale 5. Back in a moment. The Cyclone Band having a big time as we have completed one quarter of round one of the state 7A football playoffs from Cyclone Stadium. The Cyclones lead 7-5. Interesting first quarter. We've had a field goal, a safety, and a tipped pass for a touchdown. It's been a wild first quarter, dominated time of possession-wise by the Springdale Bulldogs. Cyclone's score came quickly, and Springdale has been controlling the time on the clock. From the 37, Cal Cagney, he's going downtown, has a man but overthrew him. Incomplete. The pass thrown incomplete. Justin Bacino was the intended receiver, number 2. And he's a pretty good-sized target, 6'3". A senior, but it was thrown a little bit long. So it's a third down at 5. Cal Cagney. Oh, look out. Under pressure, throws and incomplete. He had to throw it a little bit in a hurry. And Taryn Barkey didn't come up with it off his hands, and then kaboom! Look at that. Andrew Tryon leveled him. I'm not sure Barkey wants to come to that side of the field again. From the shotgun, Cal Cagney. Time, throws, has a man, got it. Down to about the 11-yard line. The pass complete once again to Justin Bacino, number 2. Cal Cagney put it right on the numbers. And the gain down to about the 11-yard line of Russellville. And Cal Cagney has had some time to stand back there in the pocket and throw. Give it off, that's Barkey. 5, and he's in for the score. Taryn Barkey, number 34. From about 11 yards out. Let's look at it again from instant replay, and he was able to worm his way in, used his blockers, and found his way through. And Springdale has taken the lead 11-7. With the extra point kick coming, and it's up, and the kick, it is good. And our new score, Springdale has regained the lead. The Springdale Bulldogs lead Russellville 12-7. Kicking off for Springdale is James Shorter, number 4. And the kick comes down, going to be taken. Andrew Tryon went through his arms and into the end zone, and luckily that will bring it out to the 20-yard line, first down and 10. Looked like it kind of handcuffed Andrew, and so the Cyclones will start at their own 21st down and 10, now trailing in the football game 12-7 here in the second quarter. Hope you all are enjoying the action. Again, the sponsors of the telecasts are being superimposed on the lower left-hand side of the screen. Hope you'll watch those and identify those sponsors. Hand off to Sparks, and nothing doing there. He's dropped. Not any room at all. Loses a yard, as a matter of fact. Second down and 11. Well, you can tell both these teams have prepared well, and this is indeed a playoff game. First round of the 7A playoffs. Look out. And Barrett Hughes is dumped for a loss. Well, it was a combined effort. Number 10, Evan Johnson, helped out by Corey Williams, number 41. And quarterback Barrett Hughes could not get his leg free. And the loss is back to the 10-yard line. So the Cyclones headed the wrong direction. But they're a big play offense. Just one, and they'll be right back in business. Twin receivers left. Single receiver on the near side. Hughes has Sparks in the backfield. Looking. Now rolls out. Now he's just going to run the football. Got up across the 20. Got back to the original line of scrimmage, but he's not satisfied because he was looking to go downfield, and Springdale had the receivers all covered, and he had to just hoof it himself. Brings it out to the 21-yard line. And it'll be 4th down and almost 9. And Zach Hocker will kick the football away.
The returner for Springdale, Chris Leonard.
10:08 left to go before halftime. Good kick, of course. Oh, and the receiver fell down. And the ball rolls and rolls and rolls dead at the 14-yard line. Well, number 9, Chris Clenard, fell down. The ball went over his head, and result good for Russellville. Little screen pass underneath. It is complete. And fighting for yardage there was Justin Bocchino, number 2, on the little screen pass. The gain was out to the 20-yard line. Cal Cagney throws out of the backfield to the 30 and out of bounds about the 33-yard line. Justin Bocchino once again on the receiving end of that pass. Cal Cagney looking for him regularly now. It's a 1st down for Springdale. And again, these Bulldogs have had the time of possession on their side this first half. Hand it off. That's Barkey, and Barkey slips forward for about 3 or 4. Ricky Collins made the stop, number 40. The football placed out at the 38-yard line. Again, no huddle offense from the Bulldogs. Cal Cagney gives it off to Barkey, but Barkey didn't get very far that time. Cyclones were there to meet him almost immediately. Blake Robinson, Rue Massey were there. No gain on the play on that particular handoff to Taryn Barkey. Again, the no huddle and back to the shotgun formation. Bring a man in motion. That's Bocchino. Looking. Cal Cagney stepping up now, and he's going to run the football to the 50-yard line. Down to about the 47 of Russellville on the scramble. Rue Massey made the stop. But it's a 1st down for the Bulldogs inside the 47-yard line of Russellville after that scramble by Joseph Cal Cagney. Again, he's not a speed merchant, but he knows what to do with it. Man in motion comes right to left. Hand it off. And a big hole, 35, down near the 30-yard line before Ricky Collins brings down Ramon Taylor, number 21. Just a sophomore, 5'10", 153. But it's plenty enough for a 1st down for the Bulldogs. And the Bulldogs have just been pounding. They have had the football for the majority of the time here in the first half. They got a field goal, got a safety, and a touchdown. Hand it off. Down to about the 24-yard line. Carrying it was Ramon Taylor, number 21. Marker just inside the 25. It's going to be 2nd down and about 4. As again, Springdale getting down close to that red zone. Cyclones trail by 5, 12-7. Straight ahead running, and power running it is. That was Tyler Yeager, number 8, carrying the football. He was stopped by Jackson Jacobs, number 17. It's another first down for Springdale at the 19-yard line in the red zone now. Calcagney gives it off down to the 15, maybe the 14-yard line. Tyler Yeager once again. Jackson Jacobs over there again to make the stop. I'll tell you what, the chain guys, if they didn't want the exercise, they shouldn't have come tonight, because they're getting it. Here's Calcagney. Fakes, wants to throw, man in his face. Ricky Collins misses a tackle, throwing, and it's incomplete. A little bit low. Taryn Barkey was the intended receiver down about the 2-yard line. But the ball was thrown low and incomplete. Third down. So let's see what Calcagney wants to do here. Look at that clock. 6:18 is all that's left in the first half. And Springdale has just dominated the time of possession. There's a whistle on the play, and Springdale takes a timeout. Cheerleaders working hard on the near sideline to boost the spirits of the Russellville Cyclones, who right now trail Springdale 12-7. The winner of this game goes on to play Springdale Harbor next week in round 2. Harbor getting a bye this week. The loser, the season is over. So everything's on the line tonight here at Cyclone Stadium for these two teams. Let me tell you, that Cyclone defense has been out there an awful lot here in this first half. The offense has not touched the ball much. 6:18 left to go in the first half. 12-7 Springdale. Calcagney from the shotgun. Back to throw. Fires. Has a man, it's out of bounds at the 1-yard line. That was Justin Bacino. Beautiful thrown ball. Gain to the 1-yard line. Be first and goal. And Calcagney has been a highly prolific quarterback this evening, and he's again prolific by running the football in from the 1-yard line. Look at it again. He barely got touched. And Calcagney scores from a yard out, and suddenly Springdale leads 18-7. Cyclones have one time led 7-3, but the Bulldogs have dominated offensively here in the second quarter. The kick is up, and the extra point kick is good. Our new score, Springdale 19, Russellville 7. We'll be right back. Well, look at that scoreboard. Cyclone fans getting a little antsy. They just haven't had their hands on the football. And Springdale has dominated the time of possession and lead now by 12. The kick returned from the 12-yard line by Andrew Tryon. A good return. The 50, the 45, and finally run out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. What a return by Andrew Tryon. And maybe that is the spark the Cyclones need here late in the first half. Look at him weave his way. Elude a tackle there. Ran past one there, ran past another one there. Eluded another tackler there, and finally, number 9, Chris Clenard, finally got his arms around him and knocked him out of bounds. So, a great opportunity here for the Cyclones late in the first half to close that 12-point margin. Give it off to Collins, sweeping the right side. Tries to cut back, and it just runs out of room. Picked up about 3. Stop was made by Skylar Moore, number 15, the junior, 5'9", 154. Gain to about the 27-yard line, pick up a 3. A 2nd and 7 for the Cyclones at the 27-yard line. And it would mean so much if the Cyclones can get on the board here before the end of the half. There's Demarius Neal, the big tight end. Throws it to him right over the middle. And Demarius drags people and then took a whale of a hit from James Shorter. But Neal gets up in good shape. Look here, just a little screen pass over the middle. There's Neal. A lot of white shirts there, but he just runs past them, drags people, and before he finally, took a big hit from Shorter. The gain down to the 17-yard line. Barrett Hughes under center this time. And we're going to have a timeout called. Your score, Springdale 19, Russellville 7. .449 all there is left in the first half. Cyclones have a 65-yard touchdown pass to Collins. But Springdale has been able to come back from trailing 7-3 to now lead 19-7. Hughes under pressure, throws complete to Sparks, to the 10, to the 5, touchdown! Well, how he got there, I don't know, but he did. From ground level, double fakes in the backfield. Hughes drops it off to Jacob Sparks. You see him turn there at the 20. Eluded one there at the 10. Got a couple of blocks to the 5, and then right into the end zone for the touchdown, and it's 19-13. We told you how important it was for the Cyclones to get a score before the half ends. And here's Zach Cocker to try to make it a 5-point game at 19-14. Blake Robinson will hold. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Your new score, Springdale 19, Russellville 14. You're watching the 7A playoffs on IMC Studios Sportswatch. Well, Zach Cocker going to turn around and kick to the south end zone. Let's see if he can kick it out of the south end zone this time. Well, the Cyclones did what they needed to do. Come up with a big drive and a score to get this ball game manageable back to a 5-point game. And everyone is excited. The kick. It's a bouncer to about the 3-yard line. And the gain out to about the 25 or the 26-yard line. But there's a flag on the play. Chris Clenard, number 9, on the return, but the official is going to talk about it at the 25. Got a holding, and that's against Springdale. So that's going to push the Bulldogs back after the run back. And the football will be placed at just outside the 15-yard line. So Springdale, 85 yards away from pay dirt, late here in the first half. We haven't had a whole lot of penalties in this football game. That's good. Back. Cal Cagney throws on the run, incomplete. Came up short, intended for Justin Bacino. And if you notice, Cal Cagney has been very accurate when he is set and thrown, but when he's been rolling and on the run, he hasn't been quite as accurate. 4:27 left to go. Clock stopped on the incomplete pass. Boy, it was a big touchdown for the Cyclones to get this back to within 5. Cal Cagney waits, fires, got his man at the 32-yard line. Beautifully thrown ball. Justin Bacino, his favorite target, that is Cal Cagney's. Gain was out to the 33-yard line and a first down. Of course, Cal Cagney, as we told you at the beginning of the telecast, comes from a quarterbacking family. Fired out there. That's Bacino once again. Patrick Jimenez, number 4, made the stop. Short gain on that play. Only 2 yards on the pickup. Football at the 35-yard line with 8 yards to go. Cal Cagney gives it straight ahead. Ooh, not much doing there, but good second effort. Was turned in by the running back, Taryn Barkey. Got out to the 37-yard line. Barkey is a senior, 5'11", 181. Cal Cagney, he's under pressure, but steps up, throws, incomplete. Pass was intended once again for Justin Bacino, number 2. And it brings up a 4th down. Clock stops with 3:43 left to go before the half. Cyclones are going to get the football back with under 4 minutes to go before the halftime. There's Collins standing deep to receive the kick. End over end kick. And Collins has to run it down, and he's just going to fall on it back at the 19-yard line. Cyclones quickly up to the line of scrimmage. Quick pitch. Get it off to Sparks, and Sparks has trouble getting back to the line of scrimmage. Stop made by Edgar Caldera, number 16. Came up just a little shy of the 20-yard line, so no gain. 2nd down and 10. The Cyclones ran up to the line of scrimmage, tried to get a quick pitch in there before Springdale got set, but the Bulldogs responded well defensively. Hughes under center. Rolls, wants to throw out, and just threw it away. I think Collins was the intended receiver, but that was a broken play there. And Hughes said, I'm just going to waste it and get rid of it. So 3rd and 10. The football shy of the 20-yard line. Springdale leading 19-14 here late in the first half. First round of the 7A state football playoffs from Cyclone Stadium. Hughes in the shotgun. Being pressured, and he's dumped again. Nice job defensively is turned in by Blake Griffith, the senior, 235-pounder. The loss will force the Cyclones into a punting situation. Back at the 11, Zach Hocker will have to retreat almost to his own end zone to kick this football away. As you see, standing about 4 yards deep. 2:20 to go and the clock moving in the first half. There's Hocker's kick. fielded and tripped up immediately. Bradford Webb did a great job here of tripping up number 9, Chris Clenard. A true shoestring tackle there by Bradford Webb. A good field position now for Springdale. They still have time. And Cal Cagney's going to run at 40, 35 to the 34-yard line before he's bulldogged down by Addison Walker, number 44. And Mr. Cal Cagney has been able to scramble when he needed to this evening. Cyclones trail by 5. Cal Cagney under pressure, throws a screen pass underneath to Barkey, and Barkey, there's the ball, flew loose. But the Bulldogs able to get back on it after that ball came up loose. We'll check in with these announcements. Springdale called the timeout to preserve the clock. Second down and a long 9 for the Bulldogs. Cal Cagney rolls under pressure and now throws the football away, and nope. Boy, that would look like intentional grounding to me. And there is a flag comes in. Cal Cagney trying to plead his case, but I don't see much evidence to plead his case on. There was nobody over in the area that was an intended receiver. He was just trying to get rid of the football. Oh, and the official says they're going to pick up the flag. Head coach Jeff Holt doesn't understand, and I don't either, tell you the truth. Ooh, he's mad. Because there wasn't anybody, as far as a eligible receiver, anywhere in the picture. Well, a break for the Bulldogs. And we have a flag on the play. It looked like somebody jumped off a little early. So the yellow hanky goes to the ground again. False start on the offense. Springdale, it cost them 5. So now 3rd down and 14 for Springdale with 1:24 left on the first half clock. Cal Cagney, he's been in the shotgun all night. Back, wants to throw, now being forced out of the pocket. Throws. And incomplete. Great effort there was turned in by Justin Bacino, but the official said when he caught it, he was out of bounds. So it brings up a 4th down and 14 for the Bulldogs. Football at the 39-yard line. Bacino made a heck of a try for it, but couldn't keep himself in bounds. So Springdale is going to kick the football away. And the Cyclones decide they want to take a timeout right here.
Special thanks to Cyclone.
1:16 left to go before halftime. First round of the state 7A playoffs from Cyclone Stadium. Russellville has worked their way back closer, trailing Springdale 19-14. The winner of this game plays Springdale Harbor next Friday at Springdale in the second round of the playoffs. There's the snap. It's a good one. And the kick away, and it's going to go into the end zone, out to the 20, where it'll be first down. Well, the Cyclones don't have much time to work with here before the end of the first half. Trailing by 5, 19-14. Let's see what they want to do. Give it off to Sparks, and Sparks got back to the line of scrimmage. Not much doing there. Stopped defensively by Corey Williams, number 41. Gained 1 yard on that run, and it's tough running down there. Cyclones may be content to just run the clock out, make some adjustments at halftime, and come back out. They trail by 5, 19-14. Give it off once again, and Sparks just barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Corey Williams made the stop. So a third down and 9. Cyclones letting the clock run here. And that is the end of the first half. Your score, first round of the state 7A playoffs. Springdale 19, Russellville 14. We'll be back. Time now for the Cyclone recap. The top plays of the first half. Cal Cagney throwing to Barkey out of the backfield. Good job defensively there, turned in by Addison Walker. Here comes Cal Cagney on a keeper play, lowers that head, but again, Walker, along with Jackson Jacobs, make the defensive play. Look at this job right here by John Olson, knocked the football free at the back of the end zone. This field goal was good. Gave Springdale the early lead 3-0. Barrett Hughes throws. It is tipped and then into the hands of Collins, and he is gone for the touchdown. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. The extra point kick good. Russellville took a 7-3 lead. Cal Cagney wanted to go downtown. And a great interception turned in there by Andrew Tryon. Jumped right in front of the defender. What a job. But ensuing, the ball goes past Jacob Sparks on the flip. All he can do is just try to get on it. And he does. It's a safety and 2 points for Springdale to make it 7-5. Cal Cagney gives it off to Barkey, and nothing doing there. Rue Massey with a great defensive play. Pass incomplete. Ooh, what a drill there from Andrew Tryon. Barkey was the intended receiver. Here is Barkey sweeping the right side and gets in for the Springdale score. The extra point was good, making the unusual score of 12-7. And here on the quarterback keeper was Cal Cagney for the touchdown, followed by the extra point kick, made it 19-7. Here is a great return. Cyclones' Andrew Tryon weaves his way just when the Cyclones needed a little burst of morale, and almost takes it to the house. Glenard finally strips him and knocks him out of bounds. Here's Barrett Hughes looking underneath, finds his tight end, Demarius Neal. Demarius rumbling, carrying people for a big game. And from ground level, look at here. Hughes throws it out of the backfield. to Sparks. Sparks at the 20. Now look at the footwork here. He eludes a tackle there. Picks his blocker there. And then scampers for the Cyclone touchdown. A big play in the first half. Zach Cotter's kick made it 19-14. That's your halftime score. The Cyclone recap. Well, the co-captains come back out for the start of the second half. Cyclones trail by 5, and there is no tomorrow, folks. The winner goes on to play Springdale Harbor next week. Springdale Harbor with a bye this week. The loser, the season is over. They hang up the cleats, hang up the helmets, wash all the jerseys, and get ready for the off-season program. The Cyclones do not want to finish here tonight. The officials talk over the options for the two teams to begin the second half. Russellville will receive and defend the north goal. Springdale will kick, and they will defend the south goal. Springdale leading by 5, 19-14. Very impressive in the first half, and a team that was only 4-6 on the year, but made the playoffs and making the best of it here in this playoff appearance, and right now leading the Cyclones 19-14. James Shorter will kick it away. That's Andrew Tryon with the return from about the 6-yard line, and he dives out to about the 28. Stop was made by Brandon Jeffries, number 40. But the Cyclones have the football. They did not get their hands on it much in the first half. Very ball-controlled, time-consuming drives by Springdale. Cyclones made the most of what time they did have the football to score 14 points. But right now, Springdale leads 19-14. Hughes under center. Wants to throw out of the backfield, incomplete. He had a lot of pressure on him. Was intended for Demarius Neal, but incomplete, and Hughes was indeed rushed on that throw. So from the 29-yard line, Cyclones trying to get a drive going here. A touchdown would give them the lead back. Wide receivers split left and one right. Offset eye in the backfield. Hughes straight back. Throws down the middle. Intercepted by Springdale. Intended for Collins. Clenard stepped in front. Let's look at it again. From ground level, Chris Clenard. Hughes kind of threw that off his back foot. Collins was there. He had to wait on it, and Clenard stepped in front and got the big interception. Collins turned into a defensive back then, had to haul him down. So the Bulldogs have the football again. This is not the way things were hopefully to go. Cal Cagney, the old flea flicker. Cal Cagney wants to go downtown, and it's incomplete. The pass was intended for Blake Fogg, number 11, as he handed off to Barkey, who then turned around and tossed the football back to the quarterback, Joseph Cal Cagney. Trying to catch the Cyclones asleep, but they weren't. And the ball was incomplete. Bring him out of motion left to right. Give it off to Barkey, and Taryn Barkey able to get inside the 40 to about the 38-yard line. Over there, Aaron McConnell to make the stop, the senior, 5'11", 215-pounder. Football resting at the 39-yard line. Third quarter action. Cyclones trail Springdale 19-14. Cal Cagney going to keep it himself. That's a run all the way. Inside the 30, inside the 20. And he's in for the score. Joseph Cagney. Second time he's done that tonight, and this was a run all the way. Cuts inside, got a good block there. Bradford Webb tried to get to him and dove for his feet, but couldn't come up with him, and it's pay dirt for Joseph Cagney. And Springdale, they expand their lead to 25-14. The extra point kick is up. And it's good. Your new score. The Springdale Bulldogs back to a 12-point lead once again, leading Russellville 26-14. 10:48 left to go in the third period, and we'll be right back. Well, things have just about gone perfect for the Bulldogs. They don't look like a 4-6 team tonight. So the Cyclones have some work to do, down by 12. Into the end zone with the kick. Andrew Tryon can't come up with it, so it'll be a touchback. And the Cyclones will start their own 20, but now they trail by 12. 26-14 to this tough Springdale Bulldog ball club that has dominated the time of possession. They have kept the football away from Russellville's offense most of the night. Now the Cyclones run three wide receivers to the near side. Hughes gives it off. And a good run this time. Sparks able to really each get out to about the 35-yard line. Best run of the night for the senior 5'7", 170-pounder, Jacob Sparks. Look at him again here. Cuts back, makes some people miss him. It's a first down for the Cyclones at the 35. Officials timeout. And it looks like Demarius Neal had to tie his shoestring there. So the officials called the timeout. Smith and Lutz go split to the far side along with Neal. Hughes gives it off to that tailback again. Sparks out across the 40 to the 41. He was stopped by Corey Williams, number 41. 6-yard pickup for the scat back. What a job he has done. And we have an official's timeout. Now they reset. Three wide receivers left. One, that's Collins to the near side or the bottom of your screen. Throw it out to Lutz. It's complete. Big gainer, 50 to about the 45-yard line. Nice quick screen to the outside. Let's look at it again. Had some blockers downfield, and Lutz did a great job here of running past a couple of defenders. Finally bumped out of bounds by Antonio Caldera, number 29. Football just outside the 45. Cyclones on the move. Throw it out, complete. And this time Lutz can't get loose. Chris Clenard, number 9, came over and made the stop. Good pass, but a good open field tackle turned in by Clenard. Loss of a yard, 2nd and 11. 9:22 left to go in the third period. Cyclones trail in this first round of the state 7A playoffs by 12 points. Hughes, under pressure, throws incomplete. Trying to get it off to Sparks, and he was double covered. Probably best that it was incomplete. And Springdale was blitzing, rushing Hughes to throw. So the football at the 47-yard line. Still a third down and almost 12. Barrett Hughes, the senior quarterback, has time, steps up, then throws it underneath. What a job. Gets it to Cole Smith. Nice job done by the wide receiver. Let's look at it again. Hughes looks like he's going to go deep, and then he goes, whoops, I'm going to drop it underneath here to Cole Smith. And Cole trying to get to that first down yardage. And we have a timeout on the officials. Looks like they're going to look at see how close it is to a first down. Great job of disguise turned in by the senior quarterback, Barrett Hughes, because he looked like he was going to go downtown, and then he just dumped it off over the middle. It is short. It's about the length of the football. 4th and inches for Russellville. Well, down 12. I don't think there's much doubt about what the Cyclones have got to do. I formation. Hughes under center, 2 tight ends. Keeps it himself, and that should be enough for a first down. With Lane Reeves in there at quarterback, who stepped in, and of course, we've seen him do that before. The big 6'3" sophomore. We've seen him in a lot of short yardage situations, and Lane that time was in on the play, relieving for the first time tonight, Barrett Hughes. But he gets enough for the first down. Good job by the sophomore. So from the 34, Barrett Hughes back into the ball game. Looks, fires, who overthrew Collins. Collins is not happy. I don't know whether he thought he was held up or... It's incomplete, but it looks like Collins thought that he was held up. There were a lot of moans and groans. Three wide receivers left. Sparks in the backfield in the shotgun formation with Barrett Hughes. Waiting, looking, and fires. Intercepted. And out of bounds, that again is Chris Clenard. Look at it from ground level, just as the Cyclones get some good things happening. Look here. Boom, stepped right in front of Matt Lutz. Clenard eludes a tackle there and finally is going to be bumped out of bounds, but the ball goes over to Springdale with a 12-point lead and 8:14 left to go in the third period, and that one hurt. Cyclones were just getting rolling. Here's Cal Cagdy. He's run for 2 touchdowns tonight. And not much there. Maybe a yard pickup for Barkey. Taryn Barkey. Blake Robinson made the stop, number 10. Gain is to the 44-yard line. Second down and 9. Bring a man in motion. Cal Cagdy wants to throw the quick screen. Gets it out there to Bacino, and he is out to the 48-yard line. Just one-on-one. Stop was made defensively by Brad Barnes. And we got a little extracurricular activity going on here. And there's a flag on the play. things are getting a little testy on the field. This, of course, is very, very important to both teams. Personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct against Springdale.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against Springdale.
So that will hurt the Bulldogs. They still retain the football, but they're marched back to about the 33-yard line. 7:29 left to go in the third period. Cyclones still trail by 12, 26-14. The Cyclones need some good things to happen. They have been snake bit tonight. A couple of interceptions, a safety.
Official timeout.
And we have official timeout here for a moment. And now they wind her up. Cal Cagney from the shotgun where he's been most of the night. You look at it from ground level with our excellent camera crew. Quick pass incomplete, intended for Barkey, looking to set up the screen, but the Cyclones had pressure on Cal Cagney. Again, Cal Cagney, when he has time to throw, he has been ultra accurate, but when he's been pressured or had to run, he hasn't been quite as accurate. So it's fourth down. The Cyclone defense puts a stop on this particular drive. Collins awaits the kick. And Collins is tripped up as he gets to the 29-yard line. We'll be back. So the Cyclones first down and 10 with another opportunity. The last time they had the football, they had to give it up on a pass interception. Get it off to Demarius Neal on the little screen pass. Let's look at it again on instant replay from ground level. Hughes looks, just dumps it down. And the rest of it Mr. Neal does by himself. Lowers that head and gets every yard he can get. Gain out to the 36-yard line. And we have an official's timeout. Well, Neal still having trouble with his shoelaces there. See if Sparks was the shoelace expert, I guess. Had to bring in an expert, specialist. Throw it out of the backfield to Lutz. Lutz gets out to about the 42-yard line. Look at it again on the instant replay. Just the quick pitch. Lutz in the flat. Got across the 42, and that was enough for a first down for the Cyclones. But right now the Cyclones need a score. They're down 2 scores. 26-14, and there is no tomorrow. The loser goes home. The winner plays Springdale Harbor next week at Springdale. Hughes throws and came up a little short, intended for Jacob Sparks. And again, there was some pressure coming right up the middle against Barrett Hughes. So, second down and 10. Great to have this playoff game here in Russellville. A little added excitement for the fans who have been so supportive of the Cyclones throughout the year. They get a little bonus with this game here this evening. So here's Hughes. Cyclones been seemingly paddling upstream all night. Fires. It is complete to Lutz. Lutz to the 49-yard line. Stop was made by Brandon Jeffries. Look at it again on the instant replay. Well, I'll tell you what, there wasn't much room there, because Lutz was tackled just as soon as he caught the football. 6:08 to go, third period. 26-14, Springdale leads by 12. Hughes from the shotgun. Throws. Boy, what a grab by Cole Smith. Let's see if they're going to call this complete or whether they're going to say he was shaken loose from it. Springdale looked like it was they thought it was a fumble recovery, and they tried to advance it after the catch by Cole Smith. But now let's see what the officials are going to call. Well, the officials are saying that Russellville has possession of the football. I don't know whether he may have stepped out of bounds. Surely the ball came loose before his knees touched down. And I'm sure Springdale is not very happy with that call. But it's a first down for Russellville, and the Cyclones get a break, one of the few they've gotten tonight. Football at the 44, and I don't know how they quite figured that, but we're not looking a gift horse in the mouth. Complete to Lutz, and Lutz to the 38-yard line. Look at it again from ground level. Going to come right at you. Lutz able to corral it, break a tackle, and fall forward for a couple of extra yards. Chris Clenard made the stop. Football at the 37, between the 37 and the 38-yard line. Again, the Cyclones still trail by 12 late in the third period from Cyclone Stadium. Give it off to Sparks, and he's tripped up just as he got to the line of scrimmage. Corey Williams made the stop, the junior, number 41. Made a nice individual play there. No gain on the play, still between the 37 and the 38-yard line with 4:40 to go in the third period. Twin receivers left. Double backs in the backfield. And give it off. Andrew Tryon runs over a couple of people, got inside the 30. He's a tough customer. Let's look at it again from ground level. It's going to come right at you. Tryon shielding the ball. He takes a hit right there and kept going before he's finally bumped out of bounds. First down for the Cyclones after that run by Andrew Tryon. Football at the 28-yard line.
First down and 10, Russellville, the Springdale 28-yard line.
Twin receivers left. Give it off to Sparks. Sparks weaves his way, got a little bit of running room. Not a whole lot, but anything's a help right here. Stop was made by Blake Griffith, number 46. 4:05 to go. Third period. The Cyclones need a score badly. An official's timeout. So Jeff Holt talks to his senior quarterback and wide receiver and Matt Lutz. Great group of seniors on this ball club. They have really fought hard and worked hard this season. 3 wide receivers split left. Sparks in the backfield along with Barrett Hughes. From the shotgun. Looks. Fires. Oh, too tall, intended for Cole Smith. Good idea. He was wide open, but just threw it a little bit too high.
Third down and 7, Russellville, 25-yard line.
So the Cyclones trying to figure out what to do here. They are approaching the red zone, trailing by 2 scores. Wide receivers left and right. Hughes down the middle. It's complete to Matt Lutz. What a job by Matt. Corralled that one in. Look at it again from ground level. That's a bullet. And again, Lutz is tackled just as soon as he caught the football. But it's enough for a first down for the Cyclones. Football between the 17 and 18-yard line. Late third period, and the Cyclones trying to narrow this 12-point Springdale lead. Offset eye in the backfield. Hughes gives it off to Collins. Collins sweeps the left side and able to get down to about the 14-yard line. Stop made by Corey Williams, number 41. Just a couple of yards pick up as the clock stops with Collins getting out of bounds. We're in the red zone, 15-yard line. Cyclones need a score. Twin backs in the backfield. Give it off. And the gain down to the 10-yard line by Andrew Tryon. So the Cyclones trying to put in some muscle to muscle the football down here in the red zone. Football just inside the 10. A 3rd and 2. Cyclones have to get inside the 8. As Lutz comes into the ball game. Hughes has the play that head coach Jeff Holt wants to run. 3 wide receivers left. Sparks the only back of the backfield along with Hughes. Looks, fires, complete, and right down to the goal line. Don't believe he got in. That's Matt Lutz. He was stopped by James Shorter. Look at it again. A nice catch. He tried to get to the pylon, but just couldn't quite get there. 1st and goal for the Cyclones at the 1. See Lane Reeves back in the ball game at quarterback. He takes it. And he gets in for the score. Again, Lane Reeves with that big, long, lanky body and a good surge by the offensive line. Made it with plenty to spare, and the Cyclones now narrow that Springdale lead to 26-20. Good job by Lane. And now Zach Hocker will try to kick the extra point, which will bring this back to a 5-point game, a 1-score game also. Blake Robinson will hold. Set, kick, and the kick, it is good. The score now, Springdale leads by 5, 26-21. The 7A football playoffs from Cyclone Stadium.
Springdale 26, Russellville 21.
So Zach Hocker will kick it away. Cyclones got a break on the referee's pass completion call in that drive. The Cyclones still find themselves down by 5. Just a shade over a quarter to go in this one. So Hocker will kick it away. Last time he kicked this way, it bounded down to about the 3-yard line. Not this time. Kicks it out of the back of the end zone. And Springdale will have the football at their own 20-yard line. still clinging to a 5-point lead at 26-21. The Cyclones got to feel a whole lot better right now, though. They still have a quarter plus to try to get one more score, at least. So here's Cal Cagney. He's had a pretty good night. And the Cyclones need for Old D to rise to the occasion. Gives it off to Barkey. Maybe gained a yard. Stop made defensively by Aaron McConnell. That's the way to start it. Second down and 9 for the Bulldogs. Cal Cagney wants to throw. Incomplete. Had the little look-in pass. It was intended for Blake Fogg. Let's look at it again. Fogg makes the turn. And a great job by Andrew Tryon also. Reaching in there and knocking the ball loose. Third down and 9. 1:41 left to go in the third period. Cal Cagney steps up, fires. It's complete to Justin Bocchino, number 2. Out of bounds at the 32-yard line. That should be enough for a first down. So Springdale on the move again. Cyclones can't afford another score against them. They have had to scrape and claw their way back into this one to this point. Give it off to Barkey, and he picks up about 4. Stop made by Aaron McConnell, number 47. Barkey's been used a bunch tonight. Second and 5 for Springdale. Late in the third quarter. Leading by 5. Give it off, and tough running in there. The ball carrier was Tyler Yeager, number 8. Timeout is called. And the officials want to measure to see if it's enough for a first down. Football is resting outside the 42. Stretch the chain, and it's enough for the first down. So Springdale, which started this drive on their own 20, doing what they did in the first half, just rolling, rumbling down the field. Particularly in the first half, they dominated the time of possession. Man in motion, right to left. And give it off across 45 out to about the 47-yard line. Tyler Yeager. Second and 6 for Springdale as they approach midfield. The waning seconds of the third period. Boy, this one's going to go right down. Looks like it's going to go right down to the wire. And that is the end of the third period. Springdale still leads Russellville 26-21. Defensive coordinator Cody McNabb urging on his defenders for the Russellville Cyclones. Cyclones need to stop, get the ball back to the offense, and give them an opportunity to retake the lead in this football game. Cyclones have been playing catch-up most of the night. So here is Cal Cagney. Brings the man in motion, right to left. Hand it off straight ahead. Nice bit of running right there. Tyler Yeager, number 8, the ball carrier. Ricky Collins made the stop. At the gain to the 47 of Russellville. And the Cyclones can ill afford another score against them. They trailed by 12 twice and have closed that margin down. There's the Cyclone Band having a big time tonight. Give it off. That's Yeager once again, but he is driven back. Rue Massey, 82 there on the play. Look at it again. Look right here. Turns right into Rue Massey, and Rue takes him like an old bulldogging move and throws him down. So back to the 45. You can see on the chains there, second down and about 8. Bring Bacino in motion, throw it out to him, and he drops the football. Hell, I think he saw Bradford Webb coming. He probably wasn't going to have any gain on the play as it was. Bradford is such a great open field one-on-one tackler. So it's third down and 8 for the white-clad Springdale Bulldogs. The winner meets Springdale Harbor High School next week at Springdale. Round 2 of the playoffs. Cal Cagney throws. Incomplete. Lots of red shirts around there. Let's look at it again. Down and bingo, there's Blake Robinson to batted it away. The pass was intended for Kempis Robinson, number 6. So a Robinson and a Robinson. 10:50 to go, and Springdale's going to have to punt. Cyclone defense has done its job. Let's see if the offense can get clicking. This one is going to roll and going to roll dead down around the 13-yard line. So the Cyclones have the football. Their own 13-yard line. Bring 3 wide receivers to the near side. Give it off. Sparks. Nice run by Sparks. Out to the 30-yard line. About 16 yards on that play. Let's look at it again. And it was just a straight handoff, and Sparks did the rest of it, eluding tackles. There were 2 or 3 or 4 missed tackles. Finally making the stop was Zach Watkins, number 30. But the gain out to the 30-yard line. First down. You just feel the Cyclones on the verge of maybe getting things together here. Sparks runs hard. Got out to about the 31, 32-yard line. Watkins again was there to make the stop. 2-yard pickup for the Russellville tailback. You just have the feeling that Cyclones have hung around. If they can get a break, they could retake the lead. Maybe win this football game. They've trailed most of the night. Fire that pass. That's complete. And out of bounds to Matt Lutz. Making the stop was James Shorter. James has dished out a few licks tonight. Gain out almost to the 37-yard line, and look at that clock. 9 minutes and 33 seconds, all that's left in this one. Round 1 of the State 7A football playoffs. And again, the winner has a date with Springdale Harbor next week and continues in the playoffs. The loser packs their ditty bag and heads to the off-season. Hughes Waits, fires. It's complete to the 42-yard line. Collins with the reception. Let's look at it again from ground level. Low snap. Hughes finally finds Collins. And Collins able to, he almost dropped it there, but able to get it and get out of bounds. Outside the 41-yard line. It's a first down for Russellville. Clock moving with 9 minutes and 20 seconds left. Come on, Cyclones. Cyclones don't want tonight to be the last night. Hughes fakes to Cole Smith and throws. Matt Lutz. Let's look at it again. Play action. Fake to handoff to Cole Smith. Waits under pressure. Throws. And look at this play right here. What a great catch. Lutz down to the 35 or the 34-yard line. It's a first down for Russellville. Barrett Hughes throws right. Complete to Lutz, and Lutz down to the 33-yard line. Boy, Lutz has made some key catches tonight. Picked up a couple. Second down and 8. Cyclones can smell that end zone. A touchdown here gives the Cyclones the lead in the fourth quarter. Hughes gives it off. Sparks sweeping left 30 to the 25 and out of bounds at the 23-yard line. Boy, he is a tough little cookie. Let's look at it again from ground level. He's going to come right at you. Gets a good block out there from Collins. Breaks the tackle there. And finally shoved out of bounds by Corey Williams. Cyclones knocking at the door. Hughes. Whoops. It was a broken play. Had to keep it himself and just dove forward back near the original line of scrimmage. Kenneth Sizemore, number 32, made the stop. 26-21 Springdale. Twice in this game, Springdale has led by 12, and the Cyclones have had to claw their way back each time, and they're still down by 5. Twin receivers right. That's Collins and Lutz. Cole Smith to the near side. Throwing. Oh, it's wide open. And the catch made by Collins at the 2-yard line. He was wide open. Let's look at it again. Somebody missed some coverage. You can see the back trying to regroup, but he missed it absolutely. And the Springdale supporter down there, remember the athletic team going, no, he was out. But the official said 1 foot in. And Collins has got a big smile on his face. You could see it on the replay. He was definitely in bounds. Give it off. Oh, Jacob Sparks is stacked up at the 4. At the bottom of that pile, Kenneth Sizemore, number 32, knifing through. So the loss from the 2 to the 4. Here's Lane Reeves checking back into the lineup. Got McConnell in the ball game at fullback. Here's Lane. Runs. And he got down to about the 1. Well, the officials say it's about the 2. Looked like he got a little further than that, but
Go Russellville at the 2-yard line.
let's see what the head coach Jeff Holt pulls out of the coach's hat for this one. Lane Reeves back at quarterback. Give it off to Tryon. Oh, and there's a fumble on the play. Let's look at it again. As Lane Reeves gives it off, but let me tell you, Tryon was hit just as soon as he got his hands on the football, and Springdale has recovered. The initial hit came from Blake Griffith, number 46. And the Cyclones down to the 2-yard line are turned away. Well, it's back to the defense now. They have got to bow up and make a stop here. Cal Cagney's going to run. And he's out to around the 11 or 12-yard line. But boy, that one hurt. Addison Walker in on the stop.
Gain of 7. Correction, gain of 6. Second down and 4, Springdale.
Springdale 26, Russellville 21. The Cyclones were at the door with what would have been the go-ahead score. They have been snake bit tonight. Keeping it, Cal Cagney. He's out to the 15-yard line.
Cagney keeps on the play.
Stop was made by Logan Pruitt, number 35.
Gain of 2. Official timeout.
Officials want to look at it.
Official timeout for measurement.
And it's an official timeout for measurement. The chain gang getting their exercise tonight. Just a little short. What a job by our camera crew right there on it, on the sideline. Again, you'll notice our sponsors at the lower left-hand side of your screen. Thanks to them. And without them, we wouldn't be able to bring you these telecasts week after week.
Third down and 1.
A 3rd and 1 for Joseph Cal Cagney and the Springdale Bulldogs. So let's see what the Cyclones can come up with here. The ball game is on the line. Give it off straight ahead. That was Tyler Yeager running the football. It's a first down for Springdale. They needed just about a foot, and they got better than a yard. Football at the 17-yard line. And now the clock becomes the enemy of the Cyclones. They need the football. You see it right there, 4:45 to go. That's all there's left. Springdale has played ball control tonight. Pulled down from behind, short pickup. Yeager stopped by Rue Massey. Springdale, I'm sure, would just like to get a couple of first downs and just keep a hold of the football and let the clock run out, and they would love to meet their crosstown rivals Harbor next Friday, but the Cyclones may have something to say about that yet. Straight ahead handoff out to around the 19-yard line. Let's look at it again. This time carrying was Ramon Taylor. Big host of red jerseys there to make the stop for the Cyclones. 3:39, and the clock is continuing to tick, and that's not good news for the Cyclones. Down 5, 26-21. Cal Cagney. He's done a good job engineering this offense this evening. And we have a whistle and timeout Springdale. Well, you see the clock, 3:22, and there is head coach Jeff Holt. And there is defensive coordinator Cody McNabb trying to urge these defenders to make the stop that the Cyclones need to get the football back. Not much time left. Cyclones have had to play catch-up all night. Cal Cagney wants to throw, fires, it's complete. A host of Cyclones tackle Kempis Robinson. Let's see if it's enough for the first down, and it is. Cal Cagney has come up with some big third down throws tonight. But that was as big a one as they've had in a while. Cal Cagney, just a junior. He'll be back at Springdale next year. He may be a very highly recruited young quarterback by that time. Look at this, 2 minutes and 51 seconds. It's nail-biting time. Handed off. Holding on was McConnell, Aaron McConnell, as he drops Taryn Barkey. There's a timeout called by the Cyclones. We'll be right back. Trying to preserve that clock. 26-21, Springdale still leads by 5. And they have the football. Under 3 minutes to play. Cal Cagney wants to keep it himself. Dumped immediately. And a whistle indicates another timeout on the field. Third down and 8. The Cyclone defense being called on to make a big stop here. The Cyclones have got to keep Springdale from getting a first down here. That's all there is to it. Cal Cagney under pressure. Fires. Incomplete. It's thrown into the bench over there. Incomplete on the pass, and it does bring up fourth down. So, the Cyclones should get the football back right here. They're going to have a shot at it. There is Collins, ready to run this one back. A driving kick. Collins picks it up, and he is dumped about the 37-yard line. Well, folks, here's the ball game right here. Cyclones have got to score right here. They've got 63 yards to go. Otherwise, the season is over. Throw it up, and there's, through of Lutt's hands, incomplete. He was out there, but he was having to backpedal and tried to bring that one in, incomplete. 2 minutes and 17 seconds left in this football game. The Cyclones still 63 yards away from pay dirt. A touchdown would give them the lead. but they have not led much tonight. They led 7-3. Here's Barrett Hughes. Throwing downfield as Collins is almost intercepted. Over there was Cody Materi, number 5, and he almost got the third interception of the night. It was intended for Collins. And the first 2 plays from scrimmage have not been successful. 2:12 left in the game. Third down, the Cyclones have got to come up with a big play here if they want to have an opportunity to win this football game. Well, hold on to your seats, folks. Hughes, big third down, throws complete to Collins to midfield. Boy, that was a big completion. Let's look at it again from ground level. Got him on the crossing pattern. And Collins outrunning a linebacker there. Gets it out to the 50-yard line, and the Cyclones have new life. Matt Lutz down the sideline, out of bounds at the 42. Stops that clock. Here we look at it again, out of the backfield. Lutz gets out of bounds, pushed out by Chris Clinard. Second down and a little more than 2. Well, the football at the 43. Still a lot of real estate. And remember, the last time the Cyclones were down there, they fumbled at the 2-yard line. Oh, let's not think about it. Oh, drop snap. Back. Hughes. Throws. Complete! Collins to the 15-yard line. Almost a busted play. Turns into a dandy. Look at it. It's on the ground. Hughes wisely picked it up, threw. It was the same pattern to Collins. And again, he beat the linebacker, Kenneth Sizemore. Finally brought down by Cody Materi. Here's Hughes. Throws. Almost intercepted. Oh, Corey Williams almost. And if he could have kept his balance and kept the ball, it would have been clear sailing. So you see, it's not over yet. Either way. 26-21. Cyclones outside the 15-yard line. $1:30 to play. 3 wide receivers right. Everybody on their feet. Hughes drops the snap again. Fires. Complete. Demarius Neal. Touchdown! Went back to old reliable. Look at here. The ball's rolling on the ground. A lot of poise there from the senior. Demarius Neal, he smelled the end zone. He wasn't going to be stopped. Touchdown Cyclones, and Russellville leads 27-26. Cyclones try to go for 2 here with a quick snap, but don't get it in, so the score remains at 27-26. Woo, let's catch our breath. Cyclones have finally gotten in the lead. We'll be right back. Well, the Cyclones just kept working, kept plugging, and finally getting the fruits of their labor. Zach Hocker will try to kick it all the way to Dover here. The Cyclones were behind all evening long. This game is not over, of course, yet, but they have come back all the way and taken the lead. What a great job by the offense and the defense. Zach Hocker kicks that one all the way to Robin Richardson. There's Robin. Well, it's not over yet. Springdale has the football. Cal Cagney has got a heck of an arm. So we'll see what they can do, but the Cyclones lead right now. Feel good, 27-26. Not much time left. Less than a minute and a half. Defensive coaches, I'm sure, are saying just keep it in front of you. Cal Cagney throws, incomplete. It was intended for Blake Fogg. Look at it again from ground level. Cal Cagney winds it up, fires, and almost intercepted. Second down. Almost intercepted again by the Cyclone defense over there that time, Logan Pruitt. The pass was intended for Justin Bacino, who's had a good night catching the football, but almost an interception on that play. Third down. Cyclone fans are going crazy. Cal Cagney's pass. Andrew Tryon with the interception. And the Cyclones will take over. And that'll just about do it. Look at this job done. Cal Cagney looking left. Sets. Fakes. Then fires. Tryon steps in front and grabs it. Was intended for Blake Fogg, number 11. But you talk about one happy youngster. There, Andrew Tryon with the big play of the ball game. 1:08 to go, and the Cyclones get to the victory formation. Hughes just takes a knee. And somehow the Cyclones are going to escape tonight, it looks like. Timeout for Springdale. So the Cyclones come to the near side to a happy head coach Jeff Holt, and we'll be right back. Well, we didn't know if it was going to come or not. Things were getting a little shaky. But the Cyclones respond. Demarius Neal with the big catch over the middle. Everybody standing and having a great time here at Cyclone Stadium. They have been rewarded. Look at the Cyclone band. They are pumped. A great come from behind. And if the Cyclones can hold out for one more minute, it'll be victory in the first round of the state 7A playoffs. It didn't look like it for a long time. Springdale led by 12 twice in this game. 45-44. Cyclones may have to snap it one more time. But barring a miracle, and you got to feel a little bad for Springdale, because they played very well this evening, ball control, and led most of the football game. But the Cyclones just would not say die. They just would not let the season end here tonight. And we have a flag. False start on the Cyclones, so move it back to the 41. Cyclones aren't too upset over that. Right now, most of those Cyclones out there right now are just about to jump out of their skin. Timeout for Springdale. And we'll be right back. "15 seconds, all that separate the Cyclones and this first-round victory over Springdale. It did not come easy. But the Cyclones hung in there, and some great, you got to say, some great senior leadership. And there is the knee, and that should be it. Everybody's shaking hands. I know Springdale is disappointed, but the Cyclones are absolutely ecstatic. They win it 27-26. Cyclone recap of the big plays of the second half. Barrett Hughes throwing downfield. Oh, an interception turned in by Springdale. Cal Cagney weaving his way down the sideline, and he scores the touchdown. The extra point kick is good. Made it a 12-point Springdale lead. Here's Jacob Sparks. Big run from scrimmage. Throw it out there to Lutz. Lutz down the far sideline. Finally run out of bounds. Little dump pass inside to Cole Smith. And a little fourth down conversion there. Keeps the drive alive. Oh, but an interception again. The second of the night by Chris Clenard. Hughes throws it underneath to Demarius Neal. Tough running. Throws back out left to Matt Lutz. And throws underneath. Tough catch there by Lutz. Long pass down there to Smith. And here's where the officials gave the football to Russellville after the catch. Give it off to Matt Lutz. Andrew Tryon running hard right at the camera. Fire down the middle to Matt Lutz. Big pass play, Lutz down to the 1-yard line. And the sneaker is in there. The extra point kick is good. 26-21, Cyclones still trail by 5. Nice defensive play turned in by the Cyclones there. Big defensive stop there of Yeager. Cal Cagney throws, almost intercepted. Sparks running hard, finally drugged down from behind. Throw this one to Collins. Long pass complete there to Collins. Jacob Sparks running, and the long pass to Collins. He got a foot in down at the 2-yard line. But the next play, the ball coughed up and Springdale comes up with it. Cyclone defense responds. Get the ball to Collins when the Cyclones got the football back. Throw it out of the backfield to Lutz. Had a great night. Out of bounds to stop the clock. Throw this one to Collins. Collins finally drugged down. Ball rolling on the ground. Hughes throws down the middle. Demarius Neal. Will he get there? Yes! The Cyclone touchdown that gives the Cyclones the lead. Cyclones try to go for 2 here with a trick play. It doesn't go, but the Cyclones still retain a 1-point lead. Final score, Cyclones move on in the playoffs, 27-26. That's the Cyclone recap. Here are the game stats. 23 of 34 passing, 290 yards rushing, 26 rushes for 55 yards. A great night for Barrett Hughes, and the Cyclones stay in there defensively. Aaron McConnell, 13 tackles. Rue Massey with 11 to lead the defenders. Cyclones are excited as they go to play Springdale Harbor next week at Springdale. Here's Coach Jeff Holt. A happy group of Cyclones next week, round 2 at Springdale Harbor. We hope you'll join us, and good luck to the Cyclones. See you next week. This week's Players of the Game brought to you by Russellville Sports Photography. Offensive Player of the Game, Matt Lutz. Defensive Player of the Game, Andrew Tryon. Special Teams Player of the Game was also Andrew Tryon this week in the big Cyclone victory. Players of the Game brought to you by Russellville Sports Photography. Good night, everyone.